More than 370 Nigerians were ordered to leave the United States this year after being found guilty of breaking immigration laws and other crimes. Data from the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement (ICE) shows. Data obtained from the ICE and compiled in a June report by a global tracking website on government policy (TRAC) says 376 Nigerians who mainly resided in Texas, New Jersey, California, New York, and others were served court orders to leave the U.S. between January and June, having been convicted of immigration and criminal charges. TRAC is a US-based tracking website that keeps databases of immigration, FBI cases, and firearms data for public access. The data referenced in this story was obtained by TRAC and sourced directly from the ICE through FOI request. This comes even as the scramble to flatten the spread of COVID-19 continues with the Trump administration's aggressive immigration policy on immigrants. About 3,019 Nigerians were deported from the U.S. for criminal convictions in 15 years, starting from ICE's establishment in 2003 and ending in 2018, a Premium Times analysis revealed. But within the first half of this year, 335 Nigerians violated immigration laws, including unlawful entry into the country, overstayed visas, fake documents, and many others. About 41 other Nigerians have criminal records of aggravated felony such as fraud, drug crimes, sex and firearms offenses. Over time, criminal aliens often top the list of the priorities when it comes to deportation from the US. Once a foreign national is arrested for an offense by the Department of Homeland Security, they are tried before the immigration judge, which is often a lengthy legal process. The individual is most often flagged for deportation. Therefore, a deportation case is filed. Deportation proceedings are conducted to determine whether the individual charged with violating immigration laws should be removed from the U.S. by removal. It means deportation. During the proceedings, the individual could appeal the case and the term could be lessened to a voluntary departure, but this does not provide for alternative erasure of criminal records. The individual could be allowed to remain in the country if the judge finds the charges against him or her are not sustained or the government requests that the charges be dropped, as well as where the judge finds the other provisions in the immigration law entities. Immigration law entitles the individual relief from removal. Between January and June this year, 2,700 deportation cases involving Nigerians were filed with immigration and criminal charges. The outcome of the court proceedings showed that 376 Nigerians were ordered deported. Nigeria fell behind Cameroon, which had the highest figure among the African countries, 647, and was ahead of Democratic Republic of Congo and Ghana, which had 229 and 175 deportees, respectively. But there are concerns by human rights activists that the U.S. may be brewing another crisis over the rights of the planned deportees who are reportedly kept in detention facilities across the country. The 376 people are among the 901 Nigerians being held in detention facility across the U.S. according to the 2019 report by ICE. No report of extradition of these deportees have been made yet. However, in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic, the Human Rights Watch had urged the ICE to halt involuntary transfers of foreign nationals between facilities and put in place policies at detention centers that will allow safe social distancing and effective hygiene for as long as detainees remain in custody. The U.S. government should not force deportees to travel so long as it puts them and their communities as heightened risk of COVID-19, the Human Rights Watch said. Despite outbreak of COVID-19 in US, immigration detention centers and government travel restrictions the world over, the US has continued deportations with little regard for the consequences. The US Program Director at Human Rights Watch, Nicole Austin Hillary, said, with this with these reckless deportations, the Trump administration is contributing to the spread of COVID-19 and endangering public health globally. Aside from the threat of importing COVID-19 into Nigeria, there are fears that the repatriation of the Nigerians could be detrimental to the West African countries. This is because Nigeria has no well-grounded structure for the reintegration of such people into the society, a Nigerian diplomatic analyst said. The truth is that the government, who is a major stakeholder in these deportation troubles, is unperturbed and unconcerned. Once deported and profiled, they are left to go on their own, Gbemisola Lawal said. With the rate of unemployment expected to soar and a possible slip into recession after the pandemic, there's a little hope for the returnees to start life afresh without having to take to criminal acts again because they may constantly feel dejected, she has. When asked about the government's plans as regards the deportation orders on the convicted Nigerians by the US government, an official of the Nigerian in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, said he had no comment since it has not taken place yet. This is according to the Commission's spokesperson, Abdul Rahman Balogun, who spoke with Premium Times. This 376 deportation proceedings outcome you claim for this year alone has not taken place. Until then, I can't say more, Mr. Balogun said. Attempts to get the reaction of the Nigeria Immigration Service were unsuccessful as calls and messages sent to the spokesperson, Sunday James, were not responded to. Well, I think the US government might be right, but my own concern is that why this during this pandemic that the whole thing is just really so intense that they want to deport people. Of course, some people will tell you there's no time they cannot deport, but in as much there's restriction all over the world, of course some countries are beginning to open their border, but not as it ought to be, or not the way it used to be. So it would have been a different thing, or it's a good thing if they can be left until everything will go down. And again, for the fact that we are hearing that the number of COVID patients or cases are rising on a daily basis in the US, maybe it's a way of trying to, okay, let's even know those who are remaining, let's even begin to send some of them outside or go back to their country. But just like one of the contributors has said, that this is a way of trying to spread the virus again. And also, you can imagine, most of the time, of course, we talk about what concerns us, but before you know it, it will be the rave of the moment, because now, not knowing that, because I wanted to say, oh, maybe Nigeria has that such a number because we have that population in Africa, but surprising to me that another country is even higher than Nigeria, having over almost 600 and something 600 something people that will be deported. Okay, which country is that? Cameroon. Hey, they have a 647 people deportees, that the people that they will be deporting. So Nigeria is even taking number two. I was even thinking Nigeria is going to take number one, and the people that will be, or the country that will be following them, they will be having lesser numbers. Surprisingly, that there are even other countries too, they are having the same problem. Well, in my opinion, let them look at the whole thing thoroughly, but with the attitude of our government, that is how they always do. So the spokesman of this whatever corona, what do they call them? This diaspora, the spokesman of NIDCOM, which is a Nigeria in Diaspora Commission, saying, oh, he can't say anything, that let it happen first. So until it will happen, why can't you go and do your investigation and know what you need to say or what you need to do? By the time they must have deported them there, that is when you now want to speak. You can see that they are not even ready for anybody. So even if they know about it, or they have the right to know, or they are being informed, they will not still do anything. So that is where we have found ourselves. That is the kind of leaders that we already have. Well, someone says here that our image has been terribly laundered overseas. I won't blame any country deporting our citizens, because if we had developed our nation, we won't be dreaming of going abroad to search for greener pastures, except for cogent and inevitable situations. Nigerians have messed up our integrity through fraudulent activities, and they engaged in swindling citizens of countries where we are taking refuge. This is very surprising. And someone said that is true. Some few people among us have given us so much bad image and adverse publicity. Thank you so much for your comments. Okay, so disgusting that we have become victims of ridicule in the developed countries. No, but I'm sure people will not talk about one thing. It's like nobody is judging or is trying to promote a crime or whatever. There's crime everywhere. There's crime everywhere. But when it comes to Africa, especially Nigeria, they will take it upon themselves. If not, we are hearing even from Cameroon, they have over 600 and something. It's even half of what Nigeria is having. People will not talk about all those Nigerians who have been doing tremendous things. See how many people just came to the UK. If Nigerians are so bad in that regard, 50 something doctors just came to the UK. That they are looking for us. They are even rushing us as Indomie, like Indomie. Our doctors are coming to the UK to come and help them out. So if the way they are always talking about our educational system is nothing to write home about, then why would you want to take such people? So I just believe that we have criminals all over the place, but the way they project Nigeria is something different. There is no country is free of corruption or is free of criminality. But the unfortunate thing there is that it's just a free fall for things, for the government to be able to stand for its people. It's always a difficult thing. They don't know about, all they know is about themselves. So well, no, I wouldn't want to say much. Well, if they deport them, so be it. They will still come back to the country. But it is a lesson to every other person that just do the right thing, and don't be among the people that they are going to be using as statistics. So guys, let's hear your opinion and leave your comments below in the comment section. Thank you.